In today's video, I'm going to be walking you through step by step how to create the perfect title for your book on Kindle Direct Publishing. What is going on, guys? My name is Dane. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. On this channel, I talk all about self-publishing books on Amazon, online entrepreneurship, and just lifestyle in general. So if that kind of thing interests you, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the video, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. You already know what this video is about. It's about how to make a title for your book on Kindle Direct Publishing so it sells and people can actually find your book. I'm gonna try and do this in under 10 minutes. I think I put that in the title. Hopefully I put that in the title. But basically, I'm gonna tell you how to make a title for your Kindle Direct Publishing book in under 10 minutes, okay? I don't waste any time. Let's just jump right into the video. So we're in my screen here. You can see on the screen, we got my free publishing course. If you're interested in learning more about how to publish a book, get it onto Amazon, Kindle Direct Publishing, there's a free course linked down below. It's called Publish Startup, and it contains a ton of videos, ton of stuff. It holds absolutely nothing back, teaching you how to publish your first book, okay? So if you're interested in learning more, click the link down below, sign up for the program, and I'll see you in there, okay? Anyways, let's jump into this one, which is Book Titles 101, all right? I'm gonna be showing you exactly how to make a highly optimized title for Kindle Direct Publishing so you can get tons of traffic to your book and obviously make more sales, because that is the end goal here. We wanna make as much money as we can off of our self-published books. So titles are important, obviously, as you can see. Titles are the main way customers searching on Amazon find your book. Your title should contain multiple different keywords that are all related to your main keywords niche. And if keywords and niches are confusing you, again, the program down below will explain all these things to you. I'm not gonna go in depth about all these kind of things, okay? At the same time, there shouldn't be too many keywords in your title. You wanna make sure it flows nicely, and you wanna make sure it sounds authentic and natural if someone was actually saying it, like a human was saying it. It's not robotic. For example, I'll use the keto niche. A good keto diet book title might look something like this, okay? Keto diet for beginners, that would be the title. And then the subtitle after the colon there would be a practical guide to health and weight loss containing over 100 quick, easy, and delicious low-carb recipes, okay? So obviously that makes sense. You heard me say it out loud. I'm a real human saying things here. It sounds normal, okay? A bad keto diet book title might look something like this. So, the complete ketogenic diet for beginners and newbies. The ultimate guide with 100 low-carb, quick, easy, fast, simple, tasty, delicious, and popular recipes. Then there's like a line. Then it says 21-day reset plan, vegan friendly. Okay, and I actually took this from an example on Amazon. I joined two books. So if you look this exact title up, you might not find the book, but I joined two books titles and made this. And you can see it's just a big mess, and it obviously doesn't flow very well. There's a line in the middle, and you can just tell they're trying to put as many keywords as possible into that title, and it just does not flow very well at all. If it's not clear enough, why already? This one doesn't make sense and doesn't look good. It will in a second, okay? I'll be explaining a little bit more. So here's what to avoid. Keyword bunching in your title, and you can tell the last one that we just read out was very bunched. Keyword bunching is the most common tactic a lot of publishers use in hopes of getting their book to rank for a bunch of different keywords, okay? And it makes sense. I mean, if you're trying to rank your book for a bunch of different keywords that are all related to your book, then trying to get as many into your title seems like it's the right thing to do, but it looks good on paper, but once you read it out like that, it just does not work. The title I just read, the long bunched one, is the classic example of someone who is keyword bunching and trying to put as many keywords as possible into their book title, okay? It just doesn't look good, looks very unprofessional, and it doesn't make me want to buy that book, even though it says it has all these things. It might not even have all those things. They're just trying to rank for all those keywords, okay? It doesn't really make sense, and it gives the impression that the book is low quality. It also is a huge title, okay? It's huge on Amazon when you see it ranking on the search pages, and it just looks super messy, okay? Personally, if I saw that and I wasn't aware of like keyword bunching or anything, I would honestly think that just looks really stupid, and why would I want to buy a book that has like 100 words in the title? Here's what to do. Have a healthy balance between bunching and beauty, all right? So I'm not saying bunch your title, but use the kind of tactics that people use when it comes to bunching. You want to choose the absolute essential keywords in your niche to include in your title, okay? So I'm not saying don't put any keywords in your title. You want to have keywords in your title so you're ranking for them. But don't put an abnormal amount of keywords in there to make it just look super stupid and try and rank for every single keyword under the sun, okay? It's not gonna work for you. The way I do this, the way that I do it properly, is through a couple of steps. Look to see what other books in the niche on the first page have for keywords in the title. So look up your keyword on Amazon, see what the other competitors have in their title, and get an idea for what kind of keywords are best suited for your book. Number 2, check the Amazon and Audible search bars, see what is auto-suggested, okay? So this is another way to get more keywords that are very, very relevant and popular into your title so you're ranking for them, okay? And I'll show you how to do this in a sec. Using both these methods will cover your bases most effectively and give you some options for keywords to use in your title, okay? What I suggest when you're doing this is just go through, write down all the keywords that you see that are relevant and that you might want to include in your title, make a big list, and then at the end, once you've gotten all the keywords, formulate a title, like a couple of them, and just read them out loud. See which title sounds the best to you when it's coming off the tongue. Something else I want to mention are tail ends, okay? So for example, the title Keto Diet has the opportunity to rank for keto diet and keto diet together, okay? There's 3 combinations there. I guess diet keto would be something, but the ones that make sense are those 3 right there. While the title Keto Diet for Beginners has the opportunity to rank for the previous 3, so keto diet and keto diet, plus keto diet for beginners, keto for beginners, diet for beginners, and so on. So adding little tail ends onto the end of your title, just give it the opportunity to rank for more combinations of titles instead of just having a 2-word title like keto diet. But again, keep it short, keep it concise, but add maybe a tail end on there that makes sense and makes it even more relevant to your book, because maybe your diet book is for beginners, so add that for beginners on there because people are searching that. Trust me, if you look that in the Amazon search bar, for beginners is basically a tail end that shows up for any keyword on Amazon. On top of that, you can use different words, like different adjectives to describe your book. Giving your book the opportunity to rank for more keywords like this allows for possibility of there being less competition. So again, when we're adding those tail ends on there, keyword or keto diet for beginners might have a lot less competition than keto diet. So you might show up higher in the search rankings for keto diet for beginners, but you're also going to rank for keto diet. So you're giving yourself a better opportunity to rank and show up in the search rankings for your keyword. Some different tail ends that you can add would be like for beginners, add guide to the end, formula, blueprint, step-by-step for teens, for moms, for parents. Tons of things you can add as tail ends onto the end of your keyword. Here's my example. So I use the hydroponic gardening niche, as I usually do for all of my examples. Title is Hydroponic Gardening Book, okay? So I didn't just do hydroponic and gardening. I did hydroponic gardening book. It's kind of a tail end. I mean, book is very general, but if you search up hydroponic, one of the auto suggestions I think is book, so that's why I put it there. And the subtitle is A Beginner's Guide to Building an Inexpensive, Soil-Free Hydroponic System for Growing Food and Plants at Home, okay? So what I did when I went and made that title is I went into the search bar, I typed in hydroponics, and I saw what was auto-suggested. Okay, and what was auto-suggested at the time when I made this might not still be something. I made this a few months ago, but soil-free pops up, system pops up, growing food, plants, they all pop up. So I made sure those were in the title, and when I made it, I made sure it still made lots of sense. Rolls off the tongue nicely, and it's not like I'm trying to bunch a bunch of keywords in there. And just easy to read title, okay? And let me just show you what it looks like if I were to do this, okay? So I'm on Amazon here, .com. If I type in hydroponics, press the space bar, you're gonna see a bunch of things pop up down below, okay? So these are keywords that you're gonna wanna include in your title. So if you had a different keyword, for example, type in keto diet. So if I type in keto diet, space bar, you see for beginners is number 2, but you see a bunch of other keywords that you might wanna include in your book title as long as they make sense. Obviously, as long as they relate to the content that's in your book. Okay, so let's type in hydroponics again, press spacebar. So you see for beginners is in there. I made sure that beginners was in my title. Book, number 2, that's why I put book in the main title. And personally speaking, from experience, have the most important keywords earlier on in the title if you can. Doesn't make a huge difference, but have them on earlier in the title. So for example, I'm seeing growing system up at the top here, number 3. I'd probably want to put growing system somewhere earlier on in my subtitle or even in the main title, like hydroponics growing system would be the title. You can see I made this a few months ago. So these keywords at the time were the ones that were popping up at the top. Now it's a little bit different. If I touch the space bar again, indoors popping up. For dummies, that's a trademark. I'll talk about that in a sec. You don't want to do for dummies in your title. Gardening, obviously, for beginners, books, DIY, okay? Another thing to mention, when you're uploading your book to KDP, there's a section on the page where you can include more keywords for your book to rank for. So seriously, it doesn't even make sense to bunch a bunch of keywords into your title that you're trying to rank for, because even when you're uploading your book on KDP, you can put, like for example, I didn't put DIY in my subtitle or my title anywhere. I can include DIY in the 7 additional keywords when I'm uploading my book to Amazon. There's a spot when you're uploading your book that you can put more keywords for your book to rank for. So what I'm trying to say is it doesn't make sense to try and bunch a bunch of keywords into your title that don't make sense. Those keywords that don't make sense, you can include in the back-end keywords. So again, it just doesn't make sense to make your title super long. Make it efficient, make it short as possible, but at the same time, try and put as many important keywords into there, okay? So these are the ones that I chose, and all the other ones that show up here that I didn't include in there, like I don't think I put growing in here. No, I did. Growing's in there, systems in there. So you can see, even though it's not growing system in my title, the words are still in there, and Amazon, you can just do the combination eventually. And someone searches system, my book might show up, growing system might show up, all these different things. I didn't put indoor or DIY, so maybe I want to put indoor and DIY in those back-end keywords so it ranks for those as well. That's how I would do it. It's very simple. And again, you want to go through your competitors as well, see what else is in their titles, make a Google Doc and just write down a bunch of keywords. And then after that, go through all those, try and formulate a few titles and see which one sounds the best. Okay, and one quick thing before I end this video. Trademarks, like I said, for dummies is a trademark. I wouldn't make a book about that. Trademarks are things that companies will set on a word or grouping of words so that other people can't legally use them in their products, names, or our book titles in this case, okay? An example of a word that is trademarked is Ninja Foodie, which is the name of a device used for cooking food. It's a keyword that has good numbers, well, at least when I checked it like a few months ago, but it's trademarked, and by going into that niche, you risk having your KDP account terminated if the owner of the trademark reports you, which obviously isn't worth it, okay? Same thing goes for dummies. Don't include that in your title. That is a trademark title. I just know that because I've checked it before, and it's something you don't want to put in there. That is pretty much it though for creating your title. I tried to keep this under 10 minutes. I'm looking at the screen right now. My camera says it's 13 minutes at the moment, but it's going to have cuts and stuff. So it should be around 10 minutes long. So I'm pretty proud of myself because I don't usually keep my videos that short, but I tried my best today to go through this. Hopefully I didn't go through it too quickly. You got some valuable information for creating your titles for Kindle Direct Publishing. That is how I go about doing things. There's also many other things you can do. Once you've established a book with a title like this, you can take one step further and create second wave titles, as I like to call them, which I talk about in a different program. The free program down below is going to show you a little bit more in depth what I talked about in this video. So if you're curious and want to learn more, make sure you sign up for Publisher Startup. It's free. It's in the description down below, and I hope to see some of you guys signing up in there. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, drop a like, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. Try to post new videos like once to twice per week. Other than that though, this video is effectively over, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.